Neuralink's $1 billion 2031 plan. 20,000 brain implants annually. Imagine a future where your thoughts can control technology, and your mind becomes the ultimate interface. That's the vision driving Elon Musk's Neuralink, a company now projecting a staggering $1 billion in annual revenue by 2031. But here's where it gets controversial. How realistic is this ambition, and what does it mean for the future of human-machine integration? According to internal documents reviewed by Bloomberg, Neuralink aims to implant its brain chip technology in 20,000 people each year by 2031. This isn't just about sci-fi dreams. It's a calculated push to treat neurological disorders and unlock new ways to interact with the world. The company's roadmap includes expanding to 5 major clinics globally, with 3 distinct device versions in development. One, dubbed Telepathy, could let users control devices with their minds, while Blindsight aims to restore vision for the blind. The third, Deep, targets conditions like Parkinson's disease by stabilizing tremors. And this is the part most people miss: the financial math. At 20,000 implants annually, even a modest price per device could hit that $1 billion mark. But is the world ready for this? Critics argue the timeline is overly optimistic, fighting the complexity of FDA approvals and public acceptance. Meanwhile, supporters see it as a leap towards solving medical crises. What's your take? Should we embrace this tech as a breakthrough or fear its ethical implications? Share your thoughts below, because the debate is just beginning. Neuralink, ambitious goal: $1 billion revenue by 2031. The next frontier in medical technology isn't just about upgrading lives. It's about redefining what's possible for human potential. That's the bold vision driving Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain-computer interface company, as it sets its sights on a staggering $1 billion in annual revenue by 2031, according to a recent Bloomberg News report based on internal investor documents. If this prediction holds, Neuralink wouldn't just be a niche scientific venture. It could become a major force in the global healthcare and technology sectors. But how realistic are these projections, and what are the ethical questions lurking beneath the surface? According to the report, Neuralink is aiming to implant its groundbreaking devices in up to 20,000 people every year within the next decade. The company plans to open 5 large-scale clinics within 6 years, offering 3 specialized versions of its brain implant technology. The first, called Telepathy, is designed to enable direct communication between the human brain and digital devices, a step that could transform the lives of people with severe mobility challenges. Then there's Blindsight, which aims to restore vision in those who have lost it due to neurological issues. The third device, called Deep, targets conditions like Parkinson's disease and tremors, offering hope for better symptom management through brain modulation. Neuralink's ambitions extend beyond clinical innovation. The company reportedly expects to gain regulatory approval for its Telepathy device by 2029, with plans to perform 2,000 surgeries each year and generate $100 million in revenue. A number that may sound high, but pales in comparison to its long-term targets. By 2030, Neuralink hopes to launch Blindsight, scaling up to 10,000 surgeries annually and surpassing $500 million in revenue. This rapid ramp-up, if achieved, would require not just clinical excellence, but also overcoming major logistical and regulatory hurdles. And that's where some industry watchers start to raise doubts. After all, bringing a radical new medical technology to thousands of patients per year is a massive logistical challenge, never mind the ethical and safety implications. Founded in 2016, Neuralink has quickly become one of the most valuable private biotech firms, with more than $1.3 billion raised from investors and a current valuation hovering around $9 billion, according to data from PitchBook. The company recently bolstered its coffers with a $650 million funding round as its brain implants entered clinical trials, a critical milestone for any medical device maker. These human trials began in earnest in 2024, after Neuralink addressed earlier safety concerns flagged by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, which had rejected its initial application in 2022. Today, 5 patients with severe paralysis are reported to be using Neuralink devices to interact with digital and physical tools using only their thoughts, a remarkable demonstration of the technology's potential. The FDA has awarded Neuralink's speech restoration device a breakthrough designation as of May 2025, fast-tracking its review process. This comes just a year after the agency gave a sync status to Neuralink's vision-restoring device, a rare double recognition that highlights the company's aggressive innovation timeline. But here's where it gets controversial. Not everyone is convinced that such rapid expansion is sustainable or even advisable. Critics argue that brain implants, especially in such large numbers, raise profound ethical, privacy, and safety concerns. What happens if there's a flaw in one of these devices? Who shoulders the liability? And are we, as a society, ready to blur the line between human and machine on such a massive scale? At the end of the day, Neuralink's journey is about more than just technology or profit. It's a living experiment in how humanity grapples with our own evolution. Do you believe we should rush headlong into this new era of brain-computer integration? Or do the risks demand a more cautious, measured approach? Would you, or a loved one, consider a Neuralink implant if faced with a serious neurological condition? Join the conversation below and share your thoughts, concerns, or hopes for the future of this controversial and potentially revolutionary technology. Elon Musk's Neuralink aims for 20,000 brain chip implants by 2031. Elon Musk's aspirations for his brain chip venture Neuralink are nothing short of ambitious. He has informed investors of his goal to implant Neuralink chips in 20,000 individuals annually by the year 2031. If this plan comes to fruition, it could potentially yield around $1 billion in yearly revenue for the company, as reported by Bloomberg. To date, Neuralink has successfully raised $1.3 billion from various investors, which has led to a valuation of approximately $9 billion for the startup. The company is reportedly aiming to establish 5 major clinics within the next 6 years, and it intends to utilize at least 3 different versions of its innovative device. These include Telepathy, designed to facilitate communication between the brain and machines; Blindsight, which aims to assist individuals who are blind or visually impaired; and Deep, which is focused on treating conditions such as tremors and Parkinson's disease. Documents reviewed by Bloomberg indicate that Neuralink anticipates generating a minimum of $100 million in annual revenue, performing around 2,000 surgeries each year, and securing U.S. regulatory approval for its telepathy device by 2029. In a significant development, Neuralink received a breakthrough device designation from the FDA in May. This designation is for an application intended to help restore communication for individuals with severe speech impairments, including those suffering from ALS, spinal cord injuries, strokes, cerebral palsy, and multiple sclerosis. However, it's important to note that many of Neuralink's advancements in neurological technology have yet to be demonstrated or validated on a larger scale beyond a small number of individuals. The company initiated clinical trials in January 2024 and launched its global patient registry in April of the same year. So far, Neuralink has publicly reported 9 successful implantations, but no patients have yet received the chips for treating blindness or Parkinson's disease, according to Bloomberg. It's also worth mentioning that Musk has a history of setting lofty goals and ambitious timelines, only to later revise them. From his early promises about an affordable family car from Tesla in 2006, to his predictions of producing 5,000 Optimus robots this year, there is a pattern of unmet expectations that raises questions about the feasibility of his current claims. So, what do you think? Are Musk's ambitious targets for Neuralink realistic? Or are they just another example of overpromising? Share your thoughts in the comments.